Hey everyone, this is Casey. Welcome back. I'm going to open up a upgraded bag. These are the new bags of Opalhunters Paydirt from the Young Guns on the Outback Opal Hunters TV show on Discovery Channel. These are upgraded bags that I just got in stock on August 13th, 2021. And I'm going to open up the contents and show you what's inside. I have a daylight bulb lamp to the side, which is 95% daylight for all those who would like to see these in sunshine. That's just not possible right now. But for all those who wanted to see a wet bag opening, I'm going to go ahead and do that for you now. And I'm going to splice up this video later and upload it in 1-minute chunks because that's all that certain websites allow. But this entire video will be on my YouTube channel. So I'm going to show you the contents of a bag. I haven't looked in this bag. This is completely randomized. So in here is a glass container with a rubber cork in it. You can see there's the rubber stopper. There's a glass little specimen container in here for you to put little pieces in should you want to keep them dry. So I'm going to go ahead and switch over to the daylight bulb. There we go. Getting lots of bubbles. Let's just spread it all out first. See a chunk here. This is a nice chunk, big chunk. Let's get the focus and the darkness right here. This has some purple play of color playing through it. Big crystal opal chunk, white crystal opal. This one has reds and greens and blue play of color in it. Crystal opal. You can see the water settling a bit now. Particulates settling out. We have another chunk of opal here. Another white crystal opal. This one is showing some greens in it. That's a pretty sizable chunk. Piece of clay. Piece of clay. Here's an opal. Well, this has an interesting shape to it. Oops. Oh, well there you go. Well, we got another big chunk. This is a white crystal opal as well. This has kind of two layers on it, some bluish on the top and some more clear on the bottom. Find that piece I had earlier. Here's another piece. This has reds in it on the top there. Reds, blues, and greens. There you go, there's the space that you can see the color in. So these are upgraded bags. These have more stones in them, bigger stones. And these are all the same price as last time. So I'm getting you more value. Here's another opal. This also has some reds peeking through and some greens. There was a little flash of red that came through there. Got another opal. Oops. Oops. Just another white crystal opal. You can see the reds and greens and blues there. Little flash of gold. Here's another opal. It's kind of an odd shape. Got a couple here. Couple, three. Little purple piece of crystal opal there. This is a crystal opal with some purple and blue kind of on the surface here. It's another smaller opal with a little bit of purple on the top. I do have a video of opening a bag dry for those that want to see a dry opening. Some people prefer to see their stones wet, so this is a courtesy video for those who wanted to see a wet bag opening. If you go on my YouTube channel, you'll see the other video, which I'll put a link to in the description, for the dry bag opening. Got some chunks in here. This one's got some blue and green to it, bluish green hue. I'm taking these opals and setting them aside as I go. So at the very end of the video, I'll do kind of an overview of what we find here. We got a couple here. That one's got a lot of color in it. One's got reds and blues and greens. Oops, excuse me. This is a little piece of crystal opal. Let's go back to that other one. Rinse it a little more. There's some of that red coming through. That's a cutter. That's a thick stone there. There's some of the reds coming through on the end. That's edge to edge full of color. It's a good stone. Let's see. Is this an opal? Nope. Clay. piece of crystal opal right here. Ooh, this is a good swipe. Got quite a few pieces in this handful here. Kind of sifted a little bit. This one, ooh, that's bright flash. Big green flash on this one. Big, nice piece of crystal opal. Try and pick these out. There's a nice piece showing some greens and blues coming through just under that rind. You can see there's a little blue flash there on the edge. Let's flip this one over, and we'll see that color better. There you go, there's some of that flash, some of that green coming through on the end. This is a white crystal opal. It's got some greens and blues coming through on the end and a little bit of red. This has got reds in it also. Right there, you can kind of see that, kind of like a pinfire pattern coming through on the edge. Lots of little guys in here. This has got some red play of color in it. You can kind of see that there. Reds and greens. So this bag, since I'm opening it, there's no more surprise to be had in this bag. So if anyone specifically wants, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the contents of this bag, separate out the opals. If anyone wants this bag in particular, despite it no longer being dry, please comment or let me know, message me, and I can set this one aside and anyone can buy this bag specifically. There's a little color on this longer piece here. So if you want this bag specifically, just let me know. It's kind of a gray piece here. This is a bright, ooh, really bright crystal opal. Almost, yeah, it's got reds in it too. Reds and greens and golds, pretty bright flash in there. Nothing left in that handful. Let's take a look at that opal that was in there. This has got greens in it on the end. You can kind of see that green right on my thumb. This is a white crystal opal. Kind of a column pattern there. Another piece of white crystal opal. It's got reds in it and greens. You can kind of see on the edge it's coming through. Some red coming through there on the surface. Oh, some chunks in here. Pick these out real quick. That one seems pretty bright. Oops. Shoot. Oh, my hands are big and clumsy. So this one's got some green in it. This kind of gray one has a big blue flash in it. Let's get those other ones out that I just dropped. Little piece there, a little chip. Let's find that bigger one I just had. There's one there. This one's got some green coming through on it. This one's got some gray body tone and some purple hue. I think that was the chunk we saw earlier. It's got greens in there. A little chunk. I'm going to try and scoot some of this finer material towards the edge here and do a big scoop with my hand. We're seeing pieces coming through here. These kind of had some greens in them. This one's got some blue in it. A piece of crystal opal here. It's got some green in it. So quite a few stones at the beginning that had some red play color in them. Yeah, if you know, red play color is the most valuable in opal. There's that chunk that we dropped earlier. Right there. There's another couple chips in my hand. Let's get that one. Red play color is the most valuable with opals. It's the most rare. This one's got some blue purple hue to it. And that bigger chunk that we had earlier, this is a cutter. This has lots of greens in it and some reds kind of peeking through here and there. Right on the edge. Let's see if we can get that red to pop. Kinda. Might need a different color bulb. You kind of see some golds kind of coming through right where my edge of my fingernail is. But those look like reds also to the eye. So let's see what else we've got real quick. Try and wrap up the video. It's getting kind of long. Boy, over 20 minutes already. Okay, here's another piece there. So if you're buying these in the United States, typical shipping is 3 to 4 days for the lower 48. And if you're on Hawaii or Alaska, it can be 6 days or longer to ship. And usually 1 or 2 days to process. If it's on a weekend, it'll be 2 days till there's another business day for me to get out to the shipping centers. There's another little chip. It's got some green in it. Alright, so I'm feeling getting close to the end of what we're probably going to find in what's left in the bottom of this bowl here. I'll go back through the bigger chunks soon that I scraped away initially. There's a little piece in there. It's got some green in it. Do another once over in the stuff I've been piling up on the back of the bowl. See if there's any hidden bigger pieces in there, and then we'll do a recap of all the stones I set to the side, and we'll call it a wrap. This is another chunk with some green in it. Okay, it looks like my phone's running out of storage, so I'm just going to go straight to the good stuff. That or my phone's overheating. So, here's the loot. Nice big chunks in here. Some bright flash. Some red plays of color in these. This is a good bag. If you've got any crafting skills, you can work these and recoup your cost or more. So, this is the Opalhunters Paydirt Bag from Jaymin and the Young Guns, the Australian Opal Miners out of White Cliffs. You can find these in my Etsy shop, or my eBay store, or my .com, uniqueworldwideopals.com. I'm Casey Sessions. I'm a partner with Jaymin and the Young Guns, and this is something we're working together on. There's some red flashing on that big piece right in this edge. So that's a wrap. I'll slice up the video and put shorter versions of it all around. So thanks for tuning in. See you later.